we've been watching in real time for the past 3 weeks with all of these conversations surrounding really a lot of stuff that's going on in terms of black economics. And to me, whether people gonna realize it or not, they purposefully, like once they saw the forecast for that movie was gonna be off the charts, they said, "Oh man, he gonna own this."
Yep. And I'm telling you, and I know the dog.
Oh man, what if he gonna make $1 billion, bro? He gonna own this?
No, and
he getting a quarter of it?
No,
and he gonna own it? What? He gonna get $250 million off our back instead of his normal $5 million? His normal $10 million director fee for a Marvel movie? He's gonna get $250 million like Spielberg did, like George Lucas did. A lot of people don't know this. You might not know this, right? But George Lucas's first film, a lot of people don't know this, but the reason why George Lucas is a billionaire and will go down as one of the richest filmmakers ever is because George Lucas had already created Star Wars, but he took Star Wars to every single damn studio, and he's pitching them this thing like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot it, and we're gonna take the background out. We're gonna have these flying things like the script, all these different aliens and these creatures, and they're like, yo, and they're like, yo, we don't give a fuck about none of that shit. We want you to shoot a movie for us, because I think he did like a TV movie called THX 1138, and it was produced by Coppola. It wasn't a TV movie, but it did well. It made $2.4 million on a $700,000 budget, right? So it did well. So they're like, all right, we want your next film. His next film was a film called American Graffiti, which had Ron Howard and Richard Dreyfuss in it, right? And they had it attached. But he's like, yeah, I don't want to make that movie. I want to make Star Wars. And they're like, we don't give a fuck about Star Wars. He's like, well, how about this? Let me make y'all a deal. I'll make American Graffiti for your studio if you give me the funds to produce Star Wars, and I own all of the rights to the merchandise, to the music, to the script, and the characters. And they said, man, we don't give a fuck. That stupid ass space movie ain't gonna do shit. And now you look at what Star Wars is, and that's why George Lucas was able to become a billionaire and eventually sell Star Wars to Disney.
For like because in
a Ryan Coogler kind of way, we don't want that, man. We don't want that dumbass vampire movie. That shit not gonna do nothing. We want you to go back and make another Marvel movie. If we do this for you, can you go make another Marvel movie?
Yeah.
If we help you get this made, but I want 25% because this is for me. This is my shit, and I want to do this for my people. Man, we don't give a fuck. Take that shit. Then it dropped. And it's one of the greatest movies of all time. And now it could make, and I even feel that once they knew it was that good, they even stifled the way it was released. Even like to make, like, I think it would have made double if they marketed it like a Marvel movie. That movie would have probably made triple what it's made. It's only made as much as it's made because Variety and Hollywood piss niggas off. And we like, oh, y'all think we playing with y'all. Y'all think y'all gonna do this to one of us? Nah, we finna go and sit in and go see it on the biggest screen possible.
Hold on. Bro, that is exactly why Nico did not understand Luka Doncic, bro. They don't understand. And I'm about to draw the parallel. The reason why is because they didn't understand that through Black Panther, through Chadwick, they didn't understand that Ryan is now in a different class. They don't understand that Ryan is one of those ones that, hey, everybody else, look, we understand. But there's a certain path to Black excellence and ancestry that Ryan Coogler is on, to the point where you can see it when Denzel talk about him. You can see it when the actors and sinners give the interviews and they talk about him. And so what I love about it is you just said it. They didn't understand who they were whipping. And they thought that they could throw out the headline. And you want me to tell you what I love about it the most, bro, is when you do it the right way and you piss us off the right way, the people that y'all think won't say that will say that, which is why I fucking love Ben Stiller saying, hey, they did all this and this show dumbass headline? Oh, no, we're not doing that. And that's the point. The point is that no matter what.
Yeah, because Ben know he ain't done no shit like that in decades.
Bro,
don't get me wrong. Ben Stiller has done shit like that in the early 2000s. Meet the Parents, like that's like his brainchild.
No, he's doing it now. Hold on, wait.
No, I know that, but I'm saying for the listeners out there, Ben Stiller has been a filmmaker and a producer that has been taking original concepts and making them into hits for decades. He hasn't really done. He's doing it right now with Severance, but I'm talking about from a film perspective.
No,
so I'm saying Ben Stiller ain't had a movie that did 60 million in the first week in probably 20 years.
Yeah,
So to hear someone like him be like, "Yo, what?
Yeah,
I ain't doing shit like this."
But listen, also, even when you talk about the 2 or 3 top Severance episodes that when they were previewed, the Rotten Tomato scores were used as the fucking barometer. So now he also knows that the same system that just lifted up this last season of Severance and naming it as one of the greats, y'all ain't even giving it the credit it deserved. But y'all want to talk about the budget? What do we talk? When the fuck do we talk about the budget other than the fact that it's about to make a fuck ton of money and it's a critically acclaimed fucking piece of art, bro?
Or when it bombs and it makes no money.
No, exactly.
But right. this is not anywhere near that.
But they're talking like it is, bro.
But exactly. So that's when we as a people be like, oh,
yeah,
y'all think we playing. But the problem, like I said, with sports entertainment is there's no way for us to fight the NFL.
Yeah.
Because number one, they players making too much money to quit. And if however many thousands of players in that league quit, then that means that's tens of thousands of people that are economically hurt just within their families alone. So you are able to enact economic warfare because there is no other option. Versus when you have, that's the reason why I love art, because you can commoditize art. And this is the other reason why I say AI is not art. You can commoditize art, right? You can, but ultimately it's up to the person that creates the art to allow you to commoditize that art. Versus if you play sports, there are only so many ways you can become a commodity in sports, because there are only so many places where you can go as an athlete and earn a living.
Exactly. And
I'll tell you this. That's the only saving grace for Ryan Coogler, was the fact that he made art. And because of the fact that he made art, and the art within itself resonated so deeply with people, and people saw how disrespectful the conversation surrounding that art, that is the commodity, and said, no, we have to uplift and support this commodity that is this piece of art, to make this piece of art more valuable for the artist, because we believe in the message behind not only the movie, but also seeing what we believe are people being denigrated in a spot where they should be celebrated. But the problem is, for a guy like Shador, there is no recourse for that. He just got to go out and play football. And at this point, if you a 5th round draft pick, now you like the 3rd or 4th, 5th backup. Like, you got to really work to make the team. When you, as I said earlier, were projected top 5 pick by Mel Kiper, the number 2 quarterback, and you wound up being the 9th or 10th quarterback taken in a draft where you threw for 4,400, 4,200 yards last year. 70% completion percentage. He had what, top 14 interceptions, I believe? He
had the highest, 2 stats, bro. 2 stats. He had the highest completion percentage in Power 5 school history, And listen